Are the Lakers going through their dog days now?
No, those happen, I think, in February. We're in March, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think of February as cabin fever from where I'm in Montana. But no, March is just like they're looking over their shoulder, waiting for the playoffs and seeing how everybody's going to get seated. I think his trip, we talked about the emergency of the trip because, having a back-to-back to start it out could snowball, and certainly did on us with 3 losses. So we really came back here ready to gear up again and get going.
So it's all about keeping everything in its proper perspective?
Well, without a doubt. I mean, we can, wail and moan about something like this, so we go forward and just, I think adversity is some of the best things that can happen to a team.
Coach, do you agree with Kobe? You said it was, in a way, a moral victory that you guys played hard yesterday. Do you agree with that? Are you happy with the way the effort?
We came back from 12 down in the, third quarter, made it a game. As I told the players, we entertained a lot of fans this season. A lot of home teams have a wonderful victory over the champions, and I think that's the 5th or 6th one that I've seen in the last month, and it's not a good deal for us, and it's a difference between what we've done in the past and this year.
Within the 3 games and the losses during this recent trip, are there any particular things that are most concerning to you?
Yeah, we went through some of the things that we thought today we could improve on, and that's basically our execution. There's a slippage point where things aren't working well. Guys aren't picking up the ball off the dribble. They're not handling the ball when they get a shot. They're not making a correct pass in situations. They're not setting a good pick and execution. And it really came to play in Charlotte. That was probably one of our worst execution nights we've had as a team in a few years. But that's where practice is and the execution kind of gets slippy.
Sasha out there again today?
Yeah, we basically had a practice to get Sasha going today, and to have him get a little bit of a run and get back and feel it. He looks okay. His shot's a little short still, and he's still working through that.
By the end of the week, maybe?
Oh, I think he's ready to play. I really do. I think physically, everything but the shoulders is all set. His mind, his body, his legs are ready.
Penciled him in for tomorrow?
Yeah, they'll wait, and see how tomorrow he's feeling and go from there.
Do you ever tell Kobe to pass more or shoot less, or there's some?
Yeah, we talked about in the second quarter actually yesterday a little bit. Things started out. He looked to me like he was, looking to exploit the, one-on-one matchup he had with Barnes, and we started getting back into a team game a little bit there, and got ourselves back in the game in the first half. The second half, I thought he got his rhythm in the fourth quarter, and we sat him in the third. He had a bad third quarter. But then he got his rhythm in the fourth quarter, and I thought really, had some great shots to help us win the game, but they didn't go in.
Do you think that then Powell needs to be more aggressive in calling for the ball? I mean, Powell keeps making these statements that he wants more touches.
Well, one of the things that, we don't like to have happen is turnovers when the ball goes inside. And, we had a couple of those yesterday that, are just execution things that are creating problems with us having the ball inside. And so, we want security, we want passes out of that, we want scoring. And, that's important. But, yesterday was pretty well done. I thought that was okay, even though Kobe, I thought, kind of dominated the third quarter, and it hurt us a little bit. But the fourth quarter was better run.
Phil, you talked about turnovers getting the ball inside. Are teams respecting the outside shooting enough to not overplay some of those entry passes?
Well, it looks to me like people are giving Ron the shot. He's been wide open for shots. And, that's, happen chance if he makes them or doesn't right now. He hasn't got really a rhythm where, he is our leading three-point shooter, but it's not been a consistent thing for us. We want him to get consistent. He practiced out here with some of the guys that didn't have minutes just to try and get that back and shot the ball very well.
Do you feel like the team as a group shoots the ball well enough outside to open up what needs to happen?
Yeah, but it doesn't. I'm not one of those guys that say you have to have three-point shooters out there to open up the inside. I mean, other people are into that. It's about movement and ball movement that creates post-up possibilities. And if the ball's stagnant, it doesn't move, then it's going to be hard to get the ball in there.
Coach, are you finding that teams are trying to become even more physical with you, trying to get you out of your game, under your skin?
It seems to be, kind of the thing is to, be really physical with us. And I know we're intimidating. I know Drew and Powell are physical, mean bodies out there. But for some reason, you know, they're coming after us hard, and you know, we have to stand up to it and play it.
There was a certain amount of frustration shown in Orlando.
Well, yeah, I thought it was probably one-sided. I felt like, you know, they had a chip on their shoulder, obviously, and surprisingly enough, it wasn't even a guy from their team last year. Barnes was the guy that was the most, irritated out there on the floor. But, you know, I thought everybody stayed cool and we were okay.